Hey guys, and welcome back to GTlive, the Game Theorist live stream here. Thank you for giving me a week off, actually. After the first week and a half, I was traveling to Ohio last week, and so it was really hard to kind of sit down and do all the live streamy stuff, which is why we had to take a week off. To all of you who were wondering or asking about or were present last time at the FNAF Mega Theorist livestream, where we got Razbowski, Dawko, Ryan and Ryan from 8-Bit Gaming, Smike, even Scott himself in the comments to all talk about FNAF theories. What happened was that one was shut down. Basically, we overloaded bandwidth. So if you haven't seen the latest game theory, I talk about these guys in the background. I don't know, they're futzing with the camera. So look, they're like, oh, we're messing with the camera back there. This is Jason. It's Jason helping me out. Blame him. He's doing his best today, but the poor guy. So anyway, so for you guys who were there and are super looking forward to us completing that theorizing and talking more about FNAF, I mentioned it at the end of today's new game theory, but just because you're here and I can tell you right now, that's happening this Friday, so a couple days from now, this Friday at 4 o'clock PST, same time as right now, but Friday. Everyone's back and confirmed to be there, so finally we'll be able to put the close on some of this FNAF stuff. Also, I don't know if you've heard it, but Scott Cawthon just announced FNAF World, which to me, he says it's an RPG. To me, it sounded like an MMO type FNAF game. I don't know, we'll see. But we'll talk about all of that on Friday too. So thank you all for being patient with that. I'm excited to do that with you. In case you haven't seen it, there's a new game theory today all about digital media and YouTube celebrities and how traditional media is influencing the public's opinion of gamers negatively. So if you want to watch that, make sure you check that out after the live stream. But today we're talking about something a little bit more gaming focused, right? Today we're talking about one of my favorite game characters of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog. So I don't know if you guys know the show Games That Yanks Can't Wank, which is just really awkward to say. But basically it's the show that talks a lot about overseas games that us Yankees, us Americans, can't really play because they're specific to, international waters, international markets. It's produced by my friend Guru Larry, Larry Bundy Jr. He's a great guy, and he's been doing this for a really long time, and I've been watching him for a really long time. But one of his most recent videos talks about a Sonic game that I had never heard of, I'm sure none of you have ever heard of, but basically Sonic's first home appearance isn't in Sonic 1, it's actually in this bizarre other game. And so it kind of blew my mind, and I thought that what better place to kind of share it with you than on the live stream. So I'm going to, hopefully, if this all works, we're going to have Steph cut on over to a clip of that video, so that way you can see it, and then we're lucky enough to have Guru Larry here himself to talk about what he found, some of the intricacies of what's going on there, and shed some light on this big mystery around Sonic's true first home console experience, the game that none of us have played yet. So we're going to cut to that video and then, talk to Guru Larry.
Now, Quicken Silver itself has quite the interesting little story behind it. The game was developed by New Bits on the RAM. Never heard of them? Not surprising, really. They're actually a proxy for the legendary German developer Factor 5, probably best known for the Turrican franchise, and later on for the Star Wars Rogue Squadron series. Factor 5 were foremost a home computer game developer exclusively at the time, which was quite possibly the worst thing to be in 1991, as a whole industry was shifting towards producing console games. So with commission work to develop AAA computer games being so few and far between, Factor 5 needed some cash pretty quick to stay afloat. That's where they came up with the genius idea of, rather than seek massive lump sums for big games, make smaller, cheaper games and pitch them to various computer magazines as cover disc games instead. For those of you young'uns out there, cover disc games were the equivalent of PSN Plus or Xbox Live, where each month on the front of the gaming magazine you bought, it would have a couple of full games, completely for free. They usually weren't very good games, normally ripping off some 80s arcade game, but they were free nonetheless, and at least you didn't have to give them back when your subscription ended like nowadays. But with Factor 5's heritage, the games they pitched to magazines were vastly higher in quality than anything ever seen before, even better than most budget games at the time. Of course they didn't want to sully the Factor 5 name with big publishers, so they published the games under a pseudonym. Also quite possibly for another reason, which I'll go into later, of New Bits on the RAM, a pretty rubbish pun of the 90s boy band New Kids on the Block, and thus began Factor 5's career as a cover disc games developer, beginning with Quick and Silver, which itself is a pun on Quick and Silver, aka Factor 5's desperate need for cash. Well, they considered it a pun. They are German after all, so give them some kind of break. Well, this is all very fine and dandy, Larry, but what about this whole first home appearance from Sonic you were banging on about earlier, I hear you ask? Well, if you've been paying attention to the game's footage so far, you may have possibly recognised a couple of enemies as characters from other games. And that's Quick and Silver's Darkest Secret. It contains more copyright infringement than a Chinese Let's Play convention, and is probably the real reason why they didn't develop the game under the Factor 5 name. For example, you've got Bub here from the Bubble Bobble series being a pain in the rectum as he's ever so slightly too short to hit. Pogo from Nebulous, aka Castle Lane, Tower Toppler, Koryo-chan Land, or whatever the hell you call the blooming game in your neck of the woods. That flying power-up thingy from Contra, or Grisor, or Probotector. Wow, they seem to love ripping off games with multiple names now, don't they? The player's R9 spaceship from R-Type. The fish boss from Turrican. Well, that's alright as it's legitimate as it's Factor 5's own game. A cyborg Gianna sister. Again, is kinda acceptable as that's one of Chris Holzbeck's, the musician of Quick and Silver's titles. But then they jump completely off the deep end with a decapitated Mario stuffed on a slinky, Zebedee sort of thing. And finally, Sega's very own mascot himself, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's obviously not official, but as with the sheer amount of plagiarism of the other mascots, it is, without a doubt, supposed to be Sonic. So what makes this Sonic's first ever home appearance? Well, as I stated earlier, the first release of Sonic 1 was the North American Genesis edition on the 23rd of June 1991, with a European and a revised Japanese version appearing later that year. The Adventures of Quick and Silver was first published as a cover disc in the UK with issue 7 of Amiga Fun magazine in May 1991, a whopping 3 to 6 weeks beforehand.
Okay, so I love how people in the chat were like, stop seducing me when I looked at the camera. And so like blowing kisses, giving you a little, it looks right. I realized from watching, because there's a delay on the live stream, me seeing what you guys are doing, and so, or what you guys are seeing. And so like, I winked at the camera, and then I see myself winking at the camera, and it just looks like painfully awkward the whole time. I never realized how uncomfortable I look when I wink. So anyway, that's a little bit of the story behind this first Sonic game, The Adventures of Quick and Silver, again, produced by my friend Guru Larry Bundy Jr., who we're going to pull up here in just a second, on the system, the Amiga console, which, again, is another one that I'm really unfamiliar with. So I'm looking forward to talking with Guru Larry about all of that, about this weird game, about these demo games, and about what seems to be like this complete utter ripoff of, you know, all these franchises shoved into this one game. So, Larry.
Hello.
Hey, wave to everyone.
Hello there, internet people.
Hey, let's all say hi to Larry, guys. Hey, Larry.
Hello there.
Let's all theorist fist, Larry. Hey, Stephanie's like, no, don't do theorist fist. Hey, it's not my thing. Like you got. So do you know the story behind the theorist fist, Larry?
I don't know, did you rip it off PewDiePie?
No, I did not. No, I did not rip off PewDiePie. Hey, I maybe ripped off PewDiePie. No. So, okay, so for those of you who don't know, the Theorist Fist, it dates back to one of the super amazing end card tournaments, but basically an indie game developer reached out to the channel and was like, hey, we want to do you in the game as a character. And I'm like, that's awesome, that's really cool. And so they asked me what type of attacks should I have. And so I taught, at the end of one of the videos, I asked you guys watching what attacks I should have. And the Theorist Fist ended up being like the #1 attack. And so PewDiePie, Felix, no hate, man. I'm not stealing. It's just the internet loves your thing so much they want every YouTube.
They want everybody to go.
They want everyone to fist them. Apparently, the Markiplier fist and the Bro Fist and the Theorist Fist, the Jaywitz Fist. Anyway, the Guru Fist. So. Ooh, I like that little like that was a little like pugilist right there, like meh. So okay, wow, all right, the like classic boxer style. So I gotta ask. So first off, Larry, so tell me what is the Amiga? Like, I mean, I feel like I've heard of it, and I know that you talk about it a lot on your show.
I loved it. I had one as a kid. It's a 16-bit computer that was developed by Commodore in the early 80s.
So okay, like it was their second system, third system.
I think it was fourth or fifth because they had the VIC-20, the Commodore 16, the Commodore 64. Commodore 128, blah blah blah, and also the Commodore Amiga, which was their big thing.
Can I just say that I miss the days of like numbers at the end of consoles? Like it used to be so easy to tell like, oh, this console is better than this console because the number is larger. You know, oh, 64 bits. That's more than 16
going all
bits.
for numbers now, aren't they? They're going from the 360 to the Xbox One.
I know, right? You're throwing Xbox. You're throwing off the system, guys. So the Amiga was that like I was a Super Nintendo kid. All my friends had Genesis, so we swapped back and forth. Well, for the comments, go into the comments. SNES kid or Genesis kid or Amiga kid? So Amiga, was that around the same time as these other 16-bit?
It was, yes, it was a big thing. It was around the same time as the Segas and the. So it started around the Nintendo and sort of died around just before the PlayStation. Okay. So it was around for quite a long time.
Wow. Okay. So Super Nintendo kid, Genesis kid, Amiga kid, or something. So were you an Amiga kid or?
Well, it's a bit like we had the console fanboys and we had the computer fanboys, just like nowadays. But we had console fanboys fighting Sega and Nintendo, and the computer fanboys fighting Commodore Amiga and Atari ST.
Wait, Atari ST?
Yes, Atari had their own system as well, which is not very. It wasn't as good as the Amiga.
I mean, how could you be as good as the Amiga, right? Like,
excellent, yes, but it even got its own games console, the Commodore Amiga. Got the CD32.
Really?
Which was illegal in America.
Wait,
copyright patent infringements.
Wait. Okay, so Amiga is that a console that a Yank like me can wank or no?
You can. It's an American system.
Wait, are you kidding? It's an American system?
Yeah, well, it's originally developed for business machines. The Amiga 1000 was a big, looked like an IBM PC, an old school one, but the Amiga 500 was pretty much dedicated to home systems and gaming, really.
Really?
But everybody, if you were a cool kid, you had one.
I mean,
so not like you Nintendo.
I mean, clearly I wasn't the cool. I mean, there's no denying that. No surprises there. Well, forever alone.
You asked for a computer. The great excuse was it'll help me with my homework. That was a big thing in those days.
Sure.
If your parents are too wise to get you a Nintendo, you ask for a computer instead.
And then it's like and so I could play such classic gems as The Adventures of Quick and Silva. So, okay, wait, real quick, before we hop on to Quick and Silva. So you said the next Amiga system was illegal in the US?
Yes, it was down to copyright patents. But it was technically the first
patents?
32-bit
patents?
CD-based console.
I believe you meant to say copyright patents?
Patents, yeah. Patents. Okay, I'm English.
I'm English.
Stop ruining our language.
Patents? According to the copyright patents,
It's not language. We'll say how we'll pronounce it how we like.
by the way, I should probably apologize.
Your own language.
I should probably apologize to Larry here because it's what, midnight your time now or something like that?
Yes, it's 12:22.
Oh, 12. So it's about time for an old lie down then. A lie down? Is that how you call it? The lie down?
Yes, you could do. Yes, the old beddy buys. You know. We're going to Bedfordshire for some slumber buys.
Okay. As you can tell, my British accent is totally on point.
Yeah, you confused me.
Yeah, right. It's like
Oh my
speaking.
God, what's he doing there?
What? So where in Britain are you? Like what? Because I know Britain has a lot of different areas and different types of accents. Like you got your Cockney accent, and then you got your.
Good morning, blubber. Come on, cover.
So.
Shut it, you slag.
Hey, no British swear. I think that's a British swear word. We're not allowed to do British swear words.
Slap.
It's like is that some sort of British slang for something I?
Yeah, you don't punch people, you slap.
Oh, okay.
It's humiliating.
Because that's how the British fight, not with fists, but with slaps.
Yeah.
So scary.
First person to pass out from drinking too much tea.
From drinking too much tea.
Yeah.
So your accent specifically is from what part of the country?
It's North London.
Ah, North. So you're posh then. You're one of the posh people.
When I get angry, I start breaking into Cockney.
Do you?
No, why? Yeah. I won't swear on here, but yeah, when I start getting angry, I start turning into a Cockney.
Can you do? Not to put you on the spot, right? Can you do a non-swearing Cockney example for us, right? I'm sure you guys want to see that, right? You guys want to see the non-swearing Cockney accent right now. They probably want you guys want to see the swearing Cockney accent.
I don't have to be the Cockney without swearing. That's hard.
That's just part of being Cockney.
Yeah, it's like it's swear more than a sailor with Tourette's syndrome, really, don't you? But yeah.
So because of copyright patents, the next Amiga was.
How do you pronounce? Are you patents or patents?
Oh, we're patents all the way.
Okay. Well, anyhow, they couldn't release it. They released it in Canada, but they didn't release it in the US.
Okay.
It's the same. It's a really good system.
Okay.
Yes. Completely died on its ass, but it's fine.
Yeah. A lot of them do. So talk to me about Quick and Silva here. So first off, how in the world? Because this doesn't exist on Wikipedia or anything like that.
I know. This is why I like doing these little games.
Yeah, and actually that's worth mentioning, guys. Everyone watching right now, Guru Larry. In the world of the internet, it's so rare to have an original thought, right? Because everything either exists on Wikipedia or has been blogged to death or things like that. This doesn't exist on Wikipedia. This doesn't exist out there in the world. You discovered this.
It's on the Norwegian Wikipedia, but it's only one sentence.
The Norwegian Wikipedia?
Yeah, Norwegian.
So is that how you...
Wikipedia scheme.
So is that how you found this then? Was it
I just done a Google search and it was on there. No, but I knew about it because I had it as a kid. By total chance, I actually bought that magazine as a kid because I was all excited for Sonic coming out because they were hyping, the heck out of Sonic.
I mean, who wasn't excited for Sonic outside of all the people watching right now who are too young to remember Sonic's first? I'm an old man. I remember when.
Yes, in my day.
Yeah,
kids.
When Genesis did what Nintendo didn't. I remember those days.
At your blast processing.
It was so fast. There were so many colors.
16 colors in those days.
16 bits those days. Yes. So Stephanie, in the background, it's just what is he doing? What is he doing? Am I embarrassed? Is this bad? Am I doing bad?
I was hoping you'd do more British accents and talking about tea.
See, Steph is a huge tea drinker, by the way. So.
In a proper tea, not that weak American stuff that you
want. I'm an import.
She imports her tea, so. Yeah, none of that Lipton stuff. She is hardcore Harney and Sons, my friend. No, is Harney and Sons not acceptable to a Brit?
No, I've never. It's not a product over here, I'm afraid.
Oh,
It's not
see, it's your life is a lie.
We've sort of got Lipton's. I mean, they used to be a British company, but they left.
Sure.
They're defective. They got Total Biscuit. They left the country. Deflated defected my country, traitor.
People who have traitors of Britain, Lipton, Total Biscuits.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so you had this game growing up, Quick and Silva, huh? Okay.
Yes, I did. So that's how I knew about the story originally.
Really? Okay, so, I mean, growing up as a kid, was this one of your childhood favorites? Like,
Well, I would say it's brilliant. It's one of those games that it's cheap to buy and, you spend 5 minutes playing it and sort of move on. But I did enjoy playing it. It was, for a budget game, it was quite fun.
Really? Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks fine. So, with all this copyright infringement that you see, so you have Mario Head on Springs, you have just blatantly ripping off Sonic the Hedgehog, like no question asked. Like it's just Sonic walking around.
Yeah, he's an enemy in the game as well, so I'm sure Sega wasn't bothered.
Yeah,
no
see,
problem with that.
so little known fact, guys, Sonic, and you can impress your friends with this. Sonic the Hedgehog started off as a villain. That's like a game theory topic right there. Like, that is a game theory topic. Sonic, good guy or villain?
It's like in the bonus levels you see him drowning puppies or something.
So in addition to Mario and Sonic, you mentioned a couple of the other, in the video clip that we showed earlier, you mentioned a couple of the other game characters who get ripped off. But for the people who are just joining us, can you let us know, run down the laundry list of people that kind of make cameo appearances in this game?
Legal cameos.
Right.
So, well, you had Bub, the dinosaur from Bubble Bobble.
Right, okay.
You had the, I've forgotten his name from Castle Lane, or Koryo Land, or something like that. Yeah, you've Tower Toppler as well. It's an old NES game.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't play that growing up, but I did play it on a plane. It's one of those games that they have on the touch screens in the back of the seat in front of you. It is those games, by the way. I don't know who makes those games, but your control system is absolute garbage. It's impossible for it's touchscreen technology is very good these days, and yet if I can't touch the screen and have it respond, what is wrong with people? Sorry, just my little rant for the day.
Yes. Forget you.
Screw you guys and your bad touchscreen controls in the back of a plane. I want high fidelity gaming experiences on my Delta airliner, okay?
On my budget.
Yeah, in my economy class seats, my friend, row 26B.
Sitting on a hay bale at the back.
Right. Well, I feel bad too because I always end up pushing the, because when you push the person's seat in front of you, and I just end up
That's half the fun with the flight ticket if you're just annoying the person.
Just annoying the person in front of you. That's great.
See how long it takes.
And then just to be, and just to.
So it's going to be far more entertaining than the actual game that you're playing.
That's probably true. And then to be a true wanka, see, I'm getting good at this. Then you'd lean your seat all the way back. So now you're pushing the guy in front of you, your seat's leaned all the way back, and so you're just annoying both the person in front of you and the person behind you.
That's especially good if you're using a laptop behind you as well.
Oh my gosh, I'm always the guy who has the guy in front of him, who leans back, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to type a script. So when theory videos get delayed, guys, blame it on the guy who is sitting on the plane in front of me. I kid you not. It's a true story. So, okay, we're
True story. Somebody was being a dick to me once.
Right. That one time, that guy. I actually just flew back from Ohio. Ohio Pride. I see in the chat a lot of people showing their Ohio Pride. I was visiting my family and I had a couple speeches to give in Ohio. But even on the way back this past Sunday, again, the guy leans back and here I am trying to squeeze down and lean over so I could see my computer screen. So anyway, enough about my problems. Let's talk about you.
Yeah,
So-
about my problems.
Yeah, let's talk about your problems. So you have all these ripped off characters. Have you beaten this game?
I've cheated to win. Yeah.
Is it that hard or is it?
It's very position. Basically, the programmers have been dicks, and they place down characters in places that you can't avoid them.
Wait.
In a lot of places.
Wait a minute. So.
They've done a bit of I want to be the guy on them. You know?
Oh, I love I want to be. So wait.
You can't avoid not jumping into it.
So you're telling me this is the shock of the century, guys. You're telling me that game developers who created a game that rip off of major franchise assets are dicks? Like,
Who would have believed it?
right? Who knew that people who rip off other people's IP are actually jerks who are doing all this stuff? That's funny. Okay, so Quick and Silva buy new bits on the RAM?
Yeah, new bits on the RAM. Yes,
That's-
it's a proxy company.
That's-
Obviously, because I don't want to get sued. That's why.
Right, of course.
So if you ever do illegal stuff, make up a new company that you can easily get rid of.
So that you can just, whoops. Well, that was new bits on the RAM. That wasn't us, guys. So actually, so in preparation for this, I actually got a copy of this game. So
You get hold of one, you track one down from the
hunted-
bowels of the internet.
from the bowels, the
There's
deep.
only one copy remaining on eBay, and it's $1,000, and I got it just for you fans.
He's
How much I care about you.
This is how much I care about you guys. No, I mean it looks bizarre. So let's see. Jason ran away because he's like, oh, I don't need to do anything else here. No, so let me play this thing.
You're gonna play it on the computer.
On the computer, okay. See this?
Because the Xbox controls are.
The controls aren't working. Okay, so are controls fairly typical or?
Yeah, well, it's a typical
it's the
Amiga
number
control. There's
pad.
only one button on
Oh,
Amiga.
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, okay, we're cutting over.
Yeah, we are.
Those are sensitive controls.
And then S and A are you shooting?
S and A.
Oh, you're using a keyboard, are you?
I am because we.
I thought you had a 360 pad.
No, apparently we weren't able to do we were trying to do the 360 pad, but for whatever reason it wasn't able to work. The wonders of live streaming, guys. Raw. This is raw entertainment here. Okay, so I'm playing this game. There's the guy from the Tower Hunter game. I don't know why I'm moving so quickly, by the way. This is and he just like fires randomly. So Larry, tell me more about just like the start of games that Yanks can't wank. Like where did the whole idea come from? Because I love the show.
Oh, thank you. Basically, well, originally, I was working for Screw Attack years and years ago in 2007. It was actually Stuttering Craig who come up with the name.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know you originally worked for Screw Attack.
Oh yeah, it's a long, long time ago. Yes, I worked for them. I was Screw Attack Europe in those days. I was doing that.
Oh, that's right. I do remember the days of Screw Attack Europe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so long ago.
It is. That's really old guys. Yeah, and he came up with the name because he wanted to. He came up with the idea of doing a show about doing obscure games
Right.
only come out of the UK and stuff like that. It was originally terrible games, but I thought there's so many obscure games and really good ones that I carried it on like that. More recently, I've been doing stories about interesting things that are relevant to American audiences, like Sonic being in this game and stuff like that. I've got another one coming up about the prequels to Star Fox.
Ooh.
Not many people know.
Wait, there were prequels to Star Fox?
There was prequels to Star Fox that only come out over here.
Really?
So yeah, that's a future episode. Spoiler alert. So,
Well,
so I've got loads of things like that coming up. I've also got one on the worst selling games console of all time.
really?
Yes.
Which was or was not the Virtual
I don't
Boy?
want to spoil it, but it's not the Apple Pippin, and it's not the 3DO and stuff like that.
Okay.
It was made by Commodore, that's all I say, and it only sold 2,000 units. That's how badly it sold.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I managed to get hold of one. They're incredibly expensive on eBay, they're about $600.
Oh my gosh.
Because there's only 2,000 of them in existence. That's why.
The lengths that we go to for our fans,
Oh,
right?
Yes.
So so on the game right now we are getting there is bootleg Sonic right there in all of his glory. Man, he's so it's like derp Sonic. He's like,
It's like, I don't care.
yeah, he's just like let me just walk around this way. Wait, okay, so let me toss it out. I'm gonna toss it out to the comments here. I'm gonna shrink you down real quick. We're gonna toss it out to the comments real quick. What is everyone's favorite Sonic game? I'm curious. You should let me know. Oh, also Stephanie, being the amazing producer person in the corner back there, like she's like, no, that's not what I do. She's like, stop talking about me this episode. She reminded me to say, hey, if because the comments go so quickly, if you want to hit us up or increase the odds that we get to talk about you or mention you on the show, it's a lot easier for us if you use the hashtag GTlive on Twitter and tweet at me at MattPatGT, MattPatGT, or today you should hit up Guru Larry. Larry, what's your Twitter handle?
Larry Bundy Jr. Larry Bundy Jr.
Larry Bundy,
Yes.
Bundy Jr.
Oh, all right, okay. LarryBundyJr.
No one can understand your accent anyway. It's fine.
Oh, okay. He's retweeted me anyway. He just mentioned me. Just follow his tweet.
LarryBundyJr. So there you go. That Steph, am I like offending? Like,
Oh yes. We're so offended we might try and take our country back.
I don't know. I've watched Pride and Prejudice enough times to know that that's not quite right.
I have also watched Pride and Prejudice enough times to know. Can I hop on these clouds?
Every line of Pride and Prejudice.
So, Larry, what I'm experiencing here in the game is it's very difficult to tell what I can and cannot hop on when it comes to platforming.
Yeah,
in
that is quite dodgy.
It is quite dodgy.
Yeah, quite dodgy. Yes.
I should have just. Come on.
I will say an interesting fact about this game is it was developed from scratch to finished in only 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks is quite.
I mean, based on the quality of gameplay here, I am not surprised.
Like E.T. and the Atari 2600 took 6 weeks to make.
Wait, are you so this actually took less time than
It took a third of the time. And it's infinitely better than E.T.
Oh my gosh! Have you played E.T. for the Atari?
I have, yes. That's why I'm losing a lot of my hair because I'm pulling it still out.
That game, I don't know if you guys have played E.T. for the Atari. It is an experience unlike any other. It is.
Yeah.
There is no explanation for how unfathomably bad it is. Because there's no idea, like, you have no clue what you're doing the whole time.
No, exactly.
So wait, I asked the question, hey Steph, or someone, we should go into the comments, so I'm gonna, but I also need to play this game. I feel so compelled to play this game now.
Do you want to comment?
Yeah, let's see. I want to see what people's favorite Sonic game is. Ooh, I got the spreader rifle.
We get a lot of Sonic Generations.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Sonic Generations, there's another bootleg Sonic. Woo! So, Sonic Generations is a great game. Right? Isn't it great?
It's fantastic. It's definitely a Sonic 3D Sonic game since like kind of Sonic Adventure.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I would say so. Well, and also, I mean, it's one of those Sonic games that has these controls are a bit dodgy, in your words. A bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're gonna keep using that now, aren't you?
Totally. That's so. I'm just gonna translate all of the game theory episodes into British, and it'll still be all in English, but like I'll throw in some Britishisms every once in a while.
Okay, well I'm sure I can help you out with that.
Yeah. What other good catchphrases do I need?
It's not just a dodgy, it's game dodgy.
It's not just a dodgy game. It's a game we'll work on it. It's a work in progress, guys. Okay. So what else can you tell? So this was made in 2 weeks.
This was made in 2 weeks.
Which is a point of pride. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
It's amazing. It was made as basically basically at the time everybody was moving on to games consoles and stuff like that. So it's quite hard to get permission work to develop computer games at the time. So they thought, rather than desperately looking for a AAA contract, they decided to go to video game magazines and ask them if they wanted to publish games.
Sure.
So obviously, if they could knock them out really quickly, they could make loads of money just doing it like that. And this was their first game they made, sort of for magazines. But it was released in the public domain a year later.
Oh.
It's technically legal to pirate a copy.
So that way the world could experience the wonder that is.
Whoa, where you going?
I don't know. I have to admit, for some reason I can't end the level. I'm not.
The ironic thing about this game is it was actually, the music's done by Chris Holzbeck.
Okay.
Who was also a musician on the Great Gianna Sisters, and that was famous for ripping off Mario Brothers, and Nintendo sued them to stop them making it.
So this guy is just like he's a pro at ripping off.
He's not doing it on purpose. It's just bad luck that he worked on 2 games that were ripping off famous video game characters.
So okay, and one of the things that you talk about in your video, and this is because we didn't play that part of the clip, but
I think the game's all buggy, by the way. You should have finished the level by now.
I was gonna say I feel like
I think there's something wrong here. So.
All right, well there you go. Well, at least we got to see. I mean, this is legitimately that's all I want to play anyway. Like this is
game glitch.
Son of a Glitch. Yes, I watched that. That's a good show, by the way. If you guys don't watch Son of a Glitch, that's great. Have you seen Son of a Glitch?
I have seen it briefly, yes.
Yeah, just briefly.
It's a
good.
bit dodgy.
It's a good. It's a bit dodgy. So, all right, so we got to see bootleg Sonic. That's good. We got to see bootleg tower defense guy. We unfortunately don't get a chance to see Mario heads on springs, but I think that's right. I know they can watch the video. But the one thing that we talk about, or that you talk about in your video, is that this is technically Sonic's first home console experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's not official, but it is his first home appearance. I mean, his first ever appearance is still Radmobile. Before, because everybody was on Twitch going, it's all Radmobile, we went Radmobile. But no, it's actually his first home appearance.
So, but and you explained this in your video, but I didn't want to spoil everything in the video. So talk to me about it. How is it possible that the developers were able to pirate a game character that didn't really exist yet? How were they able to mimic him so perfectly?
Well, the thing was, what I said earlier, was because the game only took 2 weeks to develop, what they did was look at preview screenshots of the game, and they noticed this Sonic thing, they thought, it's going to be a big thing because they're hyping it a lot. Mm-hmm. Let's put him in our game.
Right.
And they released their game before Sega had a chance to release theirs.
And so obviously, oh man, if we put Sonic in our game, and it's the first Sonic game, like, it's going to sell like brand confusion.
I mean, they didn't do it on purpose to sort of beat them to the gut, beat them to the check, what's the word? Beat them to the draw, or whatever the word is. Yeah, before they beat them to, releasing the game and having their accolade of being the first Sonic game. But, they just rushed it out the door because they wanted the money. They didn't care about being the first.
Right, so...
But they did, nobody knew that Sonic was going to be that big in those days.
Right.
If he bombed, they would just go back to making more Alex Kidd games.
So the question I have then is, did it work? Do you know how many copies it sold, or... I mean, because like you said, it was packaged in the magazine, so,
Well, the magazine was sold in the UK and Germany.
Okay.
In those days, magazines were quite popular because there's no internet and that, so they were about...
What? An era with no internet?
Yeah, I know. Who could imagine?
Right?
So yeah, the magazines in those days were selling a good 70,000 issues each.
What did people do back in those days? Like rub sticks together? Is that the day of like the stick in the hoop?
I think they watched television. Do you remember that thing? That big square thing? So
is that what that's called? Television.
Yeah, television. Yes. It's like the internet, except you can't change it. You can't go on a different. Well, you can, but you can't. You can't. You can't comment how much you hate somebody and how much
you can watch the TV is terrible because you can watch stuff, but you can't comment on how much you hate what you're watching. So
this episode of X Factor is terrible.
Right.
Simon Cowell, you should go kill yourself.
Simon Cowell, you should go kill yourself.
Yeah.
David, GTlive. Simon Cowell, you should go kill yourself. Don't do that one. I know you're gonna do this one now because I'm telling you not. So be it. Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I love you, but like I respect your work. I respect you. You're a good man.
Somebody said, "Is that a demo disc?" No, it's actually it is a full game. They put the whole game on the disc.
On the disc that was distributed via the magazines.
Yeah. So it's a good 60,000, 70,000 issues on the thing, but there's no there's no way of telling how much the PD thing was.
Sure.
Because it just, it's not spread like a virus. Somebody shared it to their friends, somebody else shared it to their friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it was a breakout smash since it has now gone down in history as the game that everyone.
Franchise.
Yeah, as the Adventures of Quick and Silva, featuring with co-starring Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario, Jumpman Mario.
Yeah, so we can always hope for a Quick and Silver 2.
Oh my gosh! Kickstart it now, guys! Kickstart it now! We're going to the streets. We're gonna raise money to launch a game that basically is a bunch of rip-offs of every other game franchise.
We should do a petition, get Sony to cancel Shenmue 3 and make Quick and Silver 2. just to annoy the fanboys, really. Just to upset them.
That would be incredible, actually. Hey, weirder things have gotten funded. I mean, there was the potato salad guy who got funded. So, if Quick and Silva guys doing this. GTlive started it. So Stephanie looks like she wants to say something.
I was just going to tell Larry should act like there's an earthquake or something going on because the people behind the camera are messing all over the place with where his box is.
Oh, this is my game collection.
Wait, yeah. So
this is the old days when everybody had a physical collection. They didn't have like a big, massive Steam collection. See, look.
Oh no, we're moving this
I'll show you.
around
This is
on
my
the street.
collection.
Oh, you're moving his head around?
Yeah, I'm bringing it out. This is my collection of Atari ST games. And stuff
Well,
like that. See, look, this is what they are like in those days. Look, a WWF game that only come out in Britain as well. Look.
That box is enormous, by the way.
It is, and look what it is inside. Just them. So that's all it is. It's like they're made by Amazon.
Packaging for the win.
Yes, so massive box, tiny stuff. So there you go.
So apparently, Larry, I want to let you know, because these two behind the camera are like little practical jokers or something. They're like, oh, this is so funny. When they said the boxes, apparently they meant moving our like individual boxes. Like
okay, sorry.
Like no. I thought that they were doing the same. I thought they were talking about the same thing. But these guys are such trouble. Look. Get in front of the camera and apologize to poor Guru Larry.
Stop
Jason, get over here. This guy needs an apology.
I require you spank him.
What? Oh my God! That is
Sorry, Larry.
We love you.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm gonna spank anyone on camera today. That's for GT Late Night Live. That's for the Late Night Live stream.
That's for the Rick stream.
That's for all my Twitch streamers. We might get flat. YouTube might not take kindly to that sort of thing.
This is an untapped potential thing. This is porn theory.
Oh my God! People have been wondering what my spoiler alert. People have been wondering what like the next theorist channel is because I have game theory and film theory, and so like people are like, "What's number 3? What's number 3?" And you stumbled across it. It's clearly porn theory.
Porn theory, yes.
But that's just. Can you imagine?
This is why you're gonna kick me off the stream now because I keep giving away all your spoilers.
I'm sure that I'm sure that the comment section at this point has like taken off, and like that was probably the worst possible thing that we could have talked about.
I think I'm actually corrupting your audience. They're repeating British swear words in the comments.
You are
I do apologise.
You are such a bad influence. We had such a clean stream going because we represent like a bastion for like more culture, more education, and here comes Guru Larry with his British wankas and stuff, just like tainting, his ideas for porn theory, all that stuff. Man. You know now that someone's gonna go off onto like XTube or something, which I don't even know if that's a thing. I've heard that that's a thing. Is that a thing?
I didn't know that. I'm innocent.
Oh, sure. And then they're gonna come, hello internet, welcome to. Can you imagine what the logo in the middle of that? Anyway, let's not go there. How you have the trophy and then the movie camera. I fear what porn theory would be. Let's move on from that, shall we?
Can we recover from that?
I don't know if we can recover. Like we're past the point of no return at this point, Larry. It has been said. It's entirely his fault. He started it. I take no responsibility for this. He made me do it. Let's go to the comments where I'm sure people are much cleaner. And well, Stephanie and Jason are just like laughing in the background. Wait, shoot. I don't want to X out of Larry, but your computer right now is kind of locked in place. So I'm gonna.
Right.
No, you're all good.
Good.
Jason is just. I don't know what Jason's doing right now. He's just being bad in the background. Deserves a spank. All right, so let's pull up on the Twitter. That's Twitch. That's the wrong thing. Here we go. Twitter.com. Let's see what everyone's saying about the adventures of Quick and Silva. I'm not going to log in. I'm just going to search for hashtag GTlive. Hashtag. See, this is why I use the hashtag. This is so helpful. GTlive. Have you got anyone talking to you on Twitter? If not, say hi to Guru Larry on Twitter.
Oh, okay. I don't think... Oh, I got 41 notifications, so hopefully somebody's...
I like Akiva here, who says...
Oh, yeah.
Akiva,
yeah, Akiva, I got that one,
yeah. Yeah, Akiva Daffy DD says, Larry corrupting us. Sorry, Larry, we're far worse than you and Matt think. Okay, great. I have this, like, beautiful, pristine image of you guys, like, in your nice, like, button-downs, like, studiously, like, doing homework, or like, oh, I'm going to watch game theory today. Let me type a thoughtful, thought-provoking comment. But apparently Akiva has told me that is far from the truth. I will now... Kenneth Morris at Reese's the Wise says, I will now watch your Twitch streams until I see you spank someone live. All right.
Well, you've got a long way, haven't you, mate?
Okay. Oh, yeah, I did know this. So Kennedy Kajosness, maybe the K's silence, and so it's Josness. Kennedy Josness at Ken K. Joss 2016 says, did you know about this? Sonic's original name was Mr. Needlemouse. Did you know?
I do. I say it in the video.
Well...
Yeah. And he used to have a human girlfriend called Madonna.
Wait, okay, so I knew about the Needlemouse thing. Tell me about Madonna. So Sonic used to date Madonna?
Well, the original design for Sonic was he was part of a band,
yeah.
And he had a human girlfriend called Madonna.
Really?
But I thought that was a bit creepy, having a girl going out of a large anthropomorphic hedgehog. But it is really. I mean,
it is.
No offense to furries out there.
But then they revisit that well back in Sonic 2006, right? Where
you know, they had to create Sonic Boom to go any lower, didn't they?
Well, I mean, Sonic 06 is all about him, like, rescuing this, like, princess, and then they, like, kiss each other, and there's all this romance and stuff. It's like... So they're like, man, we ran out of ideas for, Robotnik can't take over the world anymore times. What can we do this time? Remember that time we had him dating Madonna? Let's do that. That was a good idea that was left on the cutting room floor.
What did we use that before?
Right? Why did we not think that was a good idea in the first place? Let's see. What is my favorite Sonic game? Says Chrissy Galt at Chrissy Deathy. Thank you, Chrissy Deathy. What is my favorite Sonic game? I would say, I think for me, Sonic Generations is great. Like, I loved Sonic Generations. It's one that I just played that one fairly recently, last year. It was only about a year ago, so that was great. Along with that one, though, I would say is Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, it was basically...
Well, Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Well, right, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because now all of a sudden you had... Because Knuckles added a whole new level of exploration to the stages, which was awesome. You had all... What?
He could glide.
Well, no, and you could also climb walls. Wait, are you... No, don't even. Are you questioning the value of Knuckles?
Well, it's just a red Sonic, really.
No, he is not just a red Sonic. don't I feel like we should like do a deadlock or something about this. Knuckles has the gliding mechanic and he has the climbing mechanic, and so like I literally spent so much time playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, latching onto these walls and climbing up them to see if there was anything hidden. And more often than not, there wasn't. But that doesn't mean that I didn't try.
Future Game Theory episode, is Knuckles just a red Sonic?
He is not. Okay. Pro or con Knuckles, guys? Let's see that. Pro or con Knuckles, hashtag GTlive, or in the comments. He's not, right? Like, you guys. Okay, I'll give you this, Larry. Sonic is a franchise with a lot, and I mean a lot, of pretty mediocre to bad characters. I don't think anyone will deny that.
Yeah, well, you got Big the Cat. Well, it's not that bad characters. There's too many of them.
Well, there's too many, but then a lot of them are kind of like very samey or hit like that same like, oh, we're gonna be a cool mascot approach, or just forgettable. Knuckles, though, Knuckles is not one of them. He is not. I will defend with my life Knuckles' right to exist.
Knuckles fanboy, though.
I wouldn't call myself a Knuckles fanboy, but I mean, like, I know there are good characters and there are bad characters, and Knuckles is more toward the good side of the spectrum.
Well, he's one of the better ones. I mean, you see me down the toilet with things like Big the Cat.
I mean, Big the Cat. Wait, okay, so I want to see what everyone on GTlive is talking about here. No one, at least from the hashtag GTlive search, I'm not seeing people voting on Knuckles versus... There we go. Matt Stringer Death, Knuckles is love. Oh no, Rodney Ross, Silverboy9 says boo Knuckles. Wow, okay.
See, they already agree with me.
Nothing. We're batting 50-50. Okay, wait. Matt Chase, how dare Larry disrespect Sonic like that? So he's just saying you're disrespecting Sonic in general.
I like Sonic.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about it is he can't fly, but everybody else in the series can. It was the old Ego Raptor cartoon, wasn't it? Because he's moaning about Sonic's upsetting.
No, what are you talking? Do you even know this? No, who else can fly? Tails can't really fly.
He can fly. Knuckles.
He kind of flies.
He flies with style,
He just glides, according to you. Oh, he just glides. That's no big game mechanic there. I'm British. I'm posh. I'm Guru Larry. I make videos about games that Yanks can't wank. I'm so much better than you guys.
I'm the guru, bitch.
Dropping the mic. I'm the guru. Jeez, man. Wow. This is getting intense. Okay. Fernando Batista and Textron both say Knuckles is the best, so that's 2 more votes in my column. But then we have Henry Potter, no relation to Harry Potter, says Knuckles is just a red Sonic. Okay, so I'm still in the lead, though. Oh, no, and then James Zawada says, yeah, he's really just a red Sonic. God, guys, I thought...
You need to do a game theory.
I didn't realize that this was...
just a red Sonic.
I didn't realize that this was such a debate to be. I thought, like, for sure that... Anyway, okay.
Justin James on Twitter says Knuckles is weird. He has 2 kinds of foreheads. That's the... Oh, sorry.
What? What are you talking...
Sorry, I should have read that before I said it, but yeah.
Are you making dirty jokes over there? Are you being British and crass right now?
He's talking about Knuckles' penis.
No, I think talking about Knuckles' penis is okay because I talked. No, because in one of my... This has just gone off the rails. Today on GTlive, we talk about echidna peni.
I'm just here to ruining your career, you see.
You are. You're just like tanking the sanctity of what we've been. We have built a solid. I mean, then again, this is the channel that did an episode about like boob jiggle physics. So what, you're, Jason judging us in the look. I saw that judgmental look. I said he's like did boob episode. Oh, look at me. So anyway, no, in I think it was episode 4, 5, 6, like one of the very first 10 episodes we did about the science of Sonic the Hedgehog, which maybe we can link to it in the description or something, Steph. Or put it.
Knuckles just a red Sonic.
No, it was not about Knuckles being a red Sonic. It was about Knuckles' penis. Okay. No, it was. It was about the biology of and the real life animal equivalents of all of the Sonic characters. So we talk about whether or not hedgehogs can actually swim because Sonic drowns so quickly and has such a hard time in water levels.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen this episode. Yeah.
Oh, I would hope that you had, sir, because I've been following your stuff since the early days.
Oh,
so.
yeah, and I think Gaijin Goober done something similar as well, didn't he?
With what?
I believe so. I'm sure he said something about why does Sonic hang around with a fox when in the wild foxes eat hedgehogs. Somebody said that. I don't remember where. Well, they are. They're twice the size of hedgehogs, and they eat them. They're the predator.
I don't think that was Gaijin Koopa. So okay. But anyway, in my Sonic episode, I do address the fact that echidna have multi-headed peni, and so Stephanie is shaking her head, Jason's judging me, but it's true. It is science. It is physics. Okay, guys, stop hating on me.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you another thing. The proper name for a hedgehog is an Rhinocene.
What?
An Rhinocene is the proper name for a hedgehog. Hedgehog's the thing that people just call it because it looks like a hog and it lives in a hedge. I was making up.
No, I should have you come on and talk about the science of Sonic. What?
I would call them a crack porcupine, personally. That's what they are. I mean,
a Rhinocene? Why? Why do you know that? Why would you know that?
Because I've done research.
Yeah.
I've done research.
Fair enough.
So yes, the Latin word for hedgehog is a Rhinocene.
Great, that's awesome. Did you know that now that we're tossing animal facts back and forth? What is this is a fun fact. Here's another one that you can impress your friends with. So today we've had 3 facts that you can impress your friends with, right? That the Sonic's first game was on the Amiga. That the Adventures of Quick and Silva. Home.
Radmobile.
Thank you. First home game was on the Amiga. That echidna have 2-headed penises. And now, a Rhinocene, that's another one. See, all these GTlive teaching you important life lessons.
Yes.
Also, number 4, did you know, what is the plural of octopus, Larry? Let's see animal expert pull this one out of his hat.
I do know it's not what the obvious thing is, it's actually octopuses, isn't it?
It is not octopuses.
Oh, okay. Because everybody, I know I had an argument with somebody years ago, somebody thinks it's octopi.
It is neither octopi nor octopuses, right?
Is it octopus?
No, it's not octopus either. It's something you would never guess. It is
Octovagina. Or
this is a family. You keep bringing it back to genitalia. God, I can't invite British people here anymore.
hedgehog willies and stuff like that.
I am so sorry, guys. This guy, never again. Never again. We have just become crap. You British people are supposed to be posh and cultured.
Oh, that was long. That's a stereotype. We're just as dirty as you lot.
The plural of octopus is actually octopodes.
Oh, okay. Somebody just said that in the comments.
Well,
I'm going to go back.
Yeah, call him out.
Gleber said that, octopodes.
Ooh, Gleber. Well done.
Peter Engels
Yeah.
said that as well.
Peter Engels. Nice. Good job, guys. These. See, Larry. This is the level of intellect and intellectual discussion that we like to have on GTlive.
So it's just people just playing too much Minecraft to know that.
So dropping some Minecraft hate now too, man. You're just making all sorts of friends.
Oh no, I'm not saying they just play a lot of it. They've fully researched into playing Rick Boss of Infinity Miner. So.
Okay, we need to start wrapping things up here because because
I'm having so much fun irritating you as well.
Before we just get further and further down the I lost my train of thought. What am I looking for? The public PR for not PR for God. Can't do it. No, I don't know what I was gonna say. So anyway, my buddy Curbifer, Chris, he says that we can both spank him, one cheek each. Great. Okay, thank you, Curb. Also, favorite Sonic character. Since you don't like Knuckles the Echidna.
Red Sonic, please.
Red. Since you don't like Red Sonic, who's your favorite character?
I quite like Fang the Sniper. There you go. That's a nice because he's a dog, isn't he? He's a dingo, isn't he?
Who?
Coyote.
Fang the Sniper?
Yes.
Who is that? What? Are you just?
He's a very obscure Sonic character.
Are you just making stuff up now?
No, he's a proper character.
Oh my gosh!
If there's any hardcore Sonic fans in the audience, they will tell you.
No, you're right. Fang the Sniper, also known as Knack the Weasel. Oh, see, that's why I didn't recognize him.
Crap character. They should have a wolf. They need a wolf. Wolves are cool.
See, Fang the Sniper. See, I didn't know. I know him better as Knack the Weasel.
Okay.
Obviously,
Japanese name.
No, I had no idea. What is Sonic the Hedgehog Trip? I have never played Triple Trouble.
I think it's a Game Gear game, isn't it? Or a Master System game.
Oh my gosh, the game. The game. I don't know if it. Favorite. This goes back to favorite Sonic game. I don't know if you guys have played this, but the hardest Sonic game. Have you played the one on the Game Gear? Sonic the Hedgehog for the Game Gear.
Which Sonic? Because it's been quite.
It was just. For the Game Gear, it was just Sonic the I believe it was just called Sonic the Hedgehog.
I had it on the Master System.
Oh, okay. I guess I just played the Game Gear port, but that one was hard. That was a really hard Sonic game.
Here's a fun fact, that was the final ever Master System game released in the US.
Wait, what was that?
I said Sonic 1 was the final ever Master System game released in the US.
Really? That's fascinating. So I didn't even know that Sonic the Hedgehog appeared on anything other than Genesis.
Oh yeah.
It was on the Master System too?
Master System, yes.
How, have you played it on the Master System? Is it about the same? Is it?
No, it's a completely different game. It's a completely different game. It's quite good. It's a good Sonic game, but it's completely different.
See, so there you go. This is I don't know. I started to talk about Quick and Silva, and now there's all sorts of new Sonic games that I didn't know I had never. Because I've played a good amount of Sonic games. Of course, all the core ones, and then some of the ones that are just kind of more limited releases or aren't as well known. But I didn't even know about the Sega Master System one. I'll have to check that out.
If you watch my video as well, they were also going to port Sonic to the Amiga officially as well.
Right. So you should watch his video so you can find it out. My favorite Sonic character, I really liked the Chameleon. I can't think of his name now.
Brian the Chameleon.
It was not Brian the Chameleon. You're the worst. You are legitimately the worst. Worst.
Rapting you.
Espio the Chameleon. I liked Espio the Chameleon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would say probably Tails is my favorite. Tails is my favorite, and then as far as if we're going deep cut characters, it would be Espio the Chameleon, because as you play as him, he flashes through all these different psychedelic 90s tastic colors. He's pretty cool.
Well, that's good. So he can turn into Red Sonic.
Yeah, and he can turn into Red Sonic too. There you go. Great, thank you very much. Okay, so anything else that we should say as we start to wrap things up here? I'm going through a Diet Coke deficiency. Anything you want to say that isn't crass and gonna get me
Diet Coke? You're a man. You're supposed to be drinking Coke Zero.
What? Wait. So, I'm sorry. Did you just say that Coke's
drink?
But Coke. How is Coke? Wait, how is Diet Coke a girl drink, and yet Coke Zero is more masculine?
It is. Well, did you? Okay, here's another fact for you. When they were developing Coke Zero, the development name was Bloke Coke.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, are you kidding me?
A Diet Coke for men.
Really?
Honestly true. Yes, it's called bloke coke.
Fact checking.
So.
Stephanie is fact-checking that right now, actually. 'Cause you say it with such conviction, like I'm tempted to believe it, but
It's totally true.
it's true?
See?
Oh my god.
Just a fact. A game fact.
It's not even a fact, it's a food fact. It's a soda fact.
Yes.
Bloke.
So next time you ask for Coke Zero, ask for a bloke Coke.
Bloke Coke. And here's Skip. He wanted to say hi too, because he's like, I haven't appeared enough in this episode. My favorite Sonic character is Skip the cat. Aww, Cat Pat. Hey, buddy. He's like, no. Bloke Coke. Did you know about Bloke Coke, Skip? No, I didn't know about Bloke Coke.
I'm a cat. I just drink milk and lick my own butt.
I'm a cat. I just drink milk and lick my own butt. Okay, and with that, I'm like crying over here. Oh my gosh, that, all right. Huh. Well, so I think we've all learned something today.
Yes,
I think it's fair to...
I've corrected your audience.
From bloke coke to porn theory to spanking to Quick and Silva, Sonic's first home to Sonic the Hedgehog and his first home console experience on Quick and Silver on the Amiga. I think we all walk away today from today's GTlive having learned a little bit something. So thank you so much, Larry, for joining us from all the way from the UK and sharing, your posh wisdom with us.
Thanks very much for having me, and thank you everybody for putting up with me for an hour.
No, this was I'm sure everyone loved you. This was
sure
incredible.
everybody hates me now.
No, so make sure you go.
I don't like that guy. Get rid of him.
No.
He's different.
He's different and he speaks in a funny
He's
accent.
British. Get rid of him.
Oh, British.
He smells of crumpets.
Those red coats. He smells of crumpets.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you too want to smell like crumpets or support the redcoats, our imperial overlords, make sure you check out Games That Yanks Can't Wank over with Guru Larry.
My YouTube address is youtube.com/Larry. Easy way to
Really, it's just Larry? Wow,
Yes.
that well done getting that one.
I did, yes. In the early days, I managed to find good old fantasy address.
Not even like Larry 1, 2, 3 or like
No, I'm the
XXX.
original Larry. I'm the original Larry Muddy Fosters.
Check out the original Larry. So thank you, sir, for joining us, and thank you guys for tuning in today for all the ridiculousness that happened. We're gonna be back tomorrow, same time, 4:00 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure that you're here. We're gonna be here. I'm not 100% sure what we're doing, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely ridiculous. Because maybe I'll have Larry back, because this was just a bloke coke, man. I want to learn more about this bloke coke stuff. So anyway, remember, if you're a cat, you just drink milk and lick your butt. But in terms of the live stream, remember, that's just a stream, a live stream. Thanks for tuning in. Cut it off. Oh, I gotta say goodbye to people. This is my thing. As he cuts it off, I say goodbye to people. So goodbye to Mason Sarton, GTlive, hashtag Dirty Larry. I like the hashtag Dirty Larry. Goodbye to Jacob Terrazis. Matt Pat is losing it. That is true. I am. Ash Mullins. See ya, Ash. Rodrigo Prestes. Goodbye, sir. Mary. Yes, Coke Zero for the win. God, no.
Coke Zero, everybody likes Coke Zero.
Bloke Coke. Ice Wolf.
Coke.
No, Ice Wolf. No love for Jet. Bye, guys.